woke up with my feet up. Seat back, outfit, 30,000 feet up. What you know? And you know how I link up. Get my homie up, told him what's up with the feature. I remember back.
Hey Room 21 Rockstar families, and welcome to our weekly VODCAST. I hope that you guys are having an incredible 3-day President's Day weekend. I have a bunch of announcements to get to, and then I'll get you guys right off to the strategy session for the week. First of all, I wanted to congratulate this week's Rockstar of the Week, Isabel Bauer. Her incredible effective effort, her focus, and her just drive every single day in class earned her that honor for the week. We are so incredibly proud of you, Isabel. Congratulations to the Rock Star of the Week. A couple of other quick announcements, guys. First of all, on Monday, we do not have school in observance of President's Day. And on Thursday night, there is a Dare Spirit Skate Night at the Cavalier from 6 to 8 p.m. And I put a little bit more information on our weekly newsletter about that, guys, for Thursday, the 22nd. But a couple of other things. First of all, the admission is $4, and then the $1 for skate rental if you have to rent skates. And the cool thing is 25% of all proceeds go to the Dare program. It helps to fund the program, helps to fund Dare Day at the end of the school year. What an awesome benefit. This is for multiple schools, not just Kate Waller Barrett, but it's a spirit night for all of those. I know Sergeant Burgess will be there, and she would love to see some of the rock stars out there as well. So that is coming up on Thursday night, Dare Spirit Skate Night. Other than that, guys, those are the announcements that I have for the week specifically. No school on Monday, and Dare Spirit Skate Night coming up on Thursday. At this time, I'm going to get you guys off to the strategy session, and I'll see you on the other end. Hey, Route 21 Rockstars, welcome to our weekly strategy session. I hope that you guys are having a great 3-day weekend. And hey, what a great 3-day weekend to earn some extra house points for your house, because although the red house is currently in first, the house point race continues to tighten up. Let me take you on over to that right now, guys. Red house is in the lead, looking for their 3rd house point championship in a row. But man, green house is coming right up behind, guys, and they have moved from 4th the whole way up to 2nd. So it is anyone's game as long as you work for those house points. So the first area I'm going to take you, where I always take you guys, is our weekly newsletter. If you go to the back of our weekly newsletter, you'll find the Google Classroom question of the week, which you can either complete on Google Classroom or just on a sheet of paper. And you'll find the Rockstar Challenge of the Week. Now, this one has been on for the last 2 weeks because I just think that it's a really cool challenge. I'm going to give it actually a total of 20 house points as long as you put some effort into it. So you have to write down or bring in pictures of acute, right, and obtuse angles throughout your house. And if you want to throw in a little bit of extra fun, you could also find some straight angles and some reflex angles. One place that I always look, guys, is an old analog clock, which would be a cool method to use to just kind of practice naming angles. Oh, what time is it right now? Is that an acute, right, straight, or obtuse angle? And then finally, with number 2, guys, I know that you do not have protractors at home, so this might be a task where you can name and estimate the measure right now, and you'll get the points. If you'd like to actually measure them, you can always borrow a protractor here at school, guys, and complete that at school as well for some additional house points. Just keep in mind, the part that we're measuring is in between the rays that they have identified. So this angle right here, for instance, is indeed a reflex angle because they're telling us to measure this part. Now, if I added this acute angle up with it, then I should equal a total measure of 360 degrees, because we talked about how every circle has a total measure of 360 degrees. So that's all available here, guys. In addition to that, the Google Classroom question of the week is up. I added one other option. I still have choose a character from Ember, do they wonder, or are they curious? But I also added choose a character from Ember, choose a character from See You in the Cosmos, and compare and contrast them. How are they similar? How are they different? Can you find any parallels between those 2 particular characters? So that's up available there, guys. Just remember to write your response in complete sentences for the full credit. Now, heading on over to the weekly strategy session for the week. Give it a second while it pulls up, guys. The weekly math review includes a lot of angle work, okay? So classify each angle as acute, right, obtuse, or straight. That's on Review the Old, because that's kind of was the beginning of our week last week. But the back page of this review for this week, guys, is where you're following our 5 steps to successfully measure an angle. So I have to see all work. So I put the steps here just so you do not forget them. You name the angle, estimate the angle measure, extend the rays if you have to. In this case, these rays are kind of already extended. Measure each angle and then compare your angle estimate and your actual angle measure. Now, you'll notice, guys, they have already lined up each of these protractors, okay? This is my way of helping you to measure angles at home, since you don't have a protractor at home. So this whole page, as usual, is worth 20 house points, and what a great way to practice exactly what we're studying in class. And if you want to go on over to the Google Doc version of this, just click Weekly Math Review, and it'll be available for you right there, guys, as you see. A couple of other things that you can go ahead and check out, guys, and these were up last week, but like I said last week, it was kind of hard to do anything with them until you were really sure of how to measure angles using a protractor. So now that we've had that lesson in class, classifying angles and measuring angles are two great resources that you can use to practice your measurement at home. As long as you show your work, each of those problems will be worth 5 house points for the week. So what a great way to review. And as always, if you want to go back to any of the concepts that we've learned so far this year, you can go back to any of these links, and earn 2 house points in addition. This video right here, although you guys are absolutely rocking measuring angles, if you want another review on that, what a great video to use to study at home. It's just a great summary of exactly what we've been talking about in class, and I think you guys will really enjoy it. The guy's kind of funny in addition. I still have the problem of the week up from last week about the Olympics, but I also added an additional one, and this is once again about the Olympics, dealing with downhill skiing and speed skating. And I thought it was so interesting. Every night when I'm watching the Olympics, guys, I hear so much of the math that we're studying in class, especially how they tell the different times with decimal numbers, and also just talking about angles. You know, somebody who's going down a hill skiing is kind of leaning in at a certain angle. So that's kind of cool there. Each of these is, as usual, worth 20 house points. If you'd like a printed version of this, guys, just let me know and I'll print one out for you this week in school. The weekly math review is available already up on the chalk tray in our classroom if you guys would like that as well. I still kept out the blackout poetry because I know how much you guys love that. And then I also kept the thoughts about Ember because your thoughts about Ember may be changing as we continue to advance throughout the book. So each of these, the blackout poetry, 20 house points apiece, and then this right here, anything with Ember, your thoughts with Ember, will be 10 house points as well. So those are both available there, guys. Our secret hashtag of the week does happen to be a question. Our secret hashtag of the week this week, guys, is hashtag, did you hear that? Hashtag, did you hear that? And that will be worth 10 house points for the week, as long as you bring that in. But you do have to say it in question form. So, scholars, at this time, that is our weekly strategy session for the week. I'm going to turn you back over to Mr. Reichard in person. 21 Rockstar families, I hope that those strategies were successful. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me. You guys are the incredibly best families in Stafford County, Virginia, for real. And I will see you guys all next week.
I woke up with my feet up. Seat back, outfit, 30,000 feet up. What you know?